Our job is to restore universal ethics. Universal ethics says, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Make others rich, and you will be rich. Make others happy, and you will be happy. Give to others what you would like to receive. Later, the two will become one, like an upside-down Y, in my experience. So, if we can persevere, because life tries to throw us off course, partners leave us, clients leave us. Obviously, the client who wanted me to win his case even though we were lying was disappointed in me when I told him, sorry, I can't do it.
What is reality way? The path of life, first formalized and formulated by Dr. Gabriel through the practices and experiences through which man reaches the state of grace. The realization, the reality referred to by many older spiritual traditions. The system of reality transcends the scientific, philosophical, religious, or spiritual systems we know today by acknowledging and embracing them all. It is based on the Reality Codex, first published in Hungary in 2023, which is a simple, practical guide to the process of realization, where man is able to see himself, the external world, and the purpose of life on earth in reality. According to the followers of the path of reality, it can give real answers to the most difficult questions of life on earth, such as, who are we? Where are we going? What is our purpose? Is there a God? And if so, where?
Hi, I have a question about the field of business. You mentioned that the law of capitalism is growth, which violates all kinds of moral laws. How can I work and grow my business in a way that fully respects moral laws and doesn't break them? Thank you.
Well, thank you very much for the question. Let me answer with my own example. When I asked myself this question, I found myself in a very difficult position, because a key part of the legal profession is speaking in a way that the client wants to hear. You could say that fudging facts and lying in court, to the police, or at the prosecutor's office, is part of a lawyer's job. It is actually permitted by law. Interestingly, earthly law allows both lawyers and suspects to lie. Therefore, you can defend yourself in any way you want. Witnesses are required to tell the truth, but the suspect and the lawyer are not. Did you know that? So, the suspect and their lawyer do not break the law by lying. So, when I decided first that I wouldn't lie, and second, that I wouldn't live at the expense of others, but for their benefit, I made a vow to myself. You're allowed to do that, just try not to make vows to others, but to yourself, by all means. That I would not lie, and that I would live as I teach. And practically, kind of, so to speak, excuse me for using this word, my life would be guided only by holy deeds and nothing else. Well, thanks to this, the law firm collapsed. I was rejected by society, sued, and even faced bar proceedings. I can't tell you how many atrocities I endured. The whole system was shaken. I was almost expelled from legal circles, as word spread that I always told the truth, and on top of that, I was even teaching it. This was forbidden in those days, so I was reprimanded for it. The very difficult question of what to do arose within me, too, given that we live in the business world. What I experienced, and what I recommend, is that in all cases, whether in the business sphere or in the earthly, emotional, and mental realms, we need to be able to set the target. Jesus said we cannot serve two masters. We either serve God or mammon. This is partly true. But on the other hand, in my experience, there was a period after I decided that my own spiritual, mental, and physical purity was more important than the Bar Association's opinion and the reaction of my environment, when I was even called a dog, since nobody understood or believed that I had truly changed. It took a long time to be accepted eventually. In fact, now I get a lot of praise, a lot of recognition, thank God. But it took many long years of work. Our job is to restore universal ethics. Universal ethics says, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. When I can use my energies, my words, my knowledge, and my money to enrich others. At first, we can have a difficult time with it, but later the law turns around, and the saying becomes true. Make others rich, and you will be rich. Make others happy, and you will be happy. Give to others what you would like to receive. Later, the two will become one, like an upside-down Y, in my experience. So, if we can persevere because life tries to throw us off course, partners leave us, clients leave us. Obviously, the client who wanted me to win his case even though we were lying was disappointed in me when I told him, sorry, I can't do it. He called me an idiot and reported me to the bar, which was justified since I had taken on his case. But I made a decision, and it had its consequences. The clients and partners who were with me in that era have since left me, but others came. You all came. Some came because they had heard that I spoke the truth. I told you the other day about the rascal from Miskolc. Some came because they were already stepping onto a spiritual path and felt drawn to ask for my help. Even some of you, Christoph, visited me the other day and asked me to help patent his beautiful game and provide international legal protection for the beautiful game he had invented. Many, many congratulations to him and to everyone for their ideas. Andre has ideas too. You have such beautiful ideas about music, dance, and things that might even receive legal protection, patenting, legal help. And so, my having this knowledge has gained a purpose, and I don't have to lie. We are constructive instead of causing harm with it. I would like to say that, to my great happiness, the law is true. We just have to give it time. If we hold fast to who we are and walk the path of truth, health, and justice. It's true that those who are in our comfort zone and expect us to behave the same way as before will inevitably judge us because they don't want to change yet. But I have good news. Those who don't want to change now and who judge you, label you, and possibly leave you, obviously, this doesn't have to be done in a wildly judgmental way. It can be done with great love and humor, really. And it's communication, communication, communication. Don't do what I did when I immediately started judging. Oh, you liar, you so-and-so. I created huge trouble. I didn't have a living master. I didn't know the way. I started judging and criticizing, sending all my friends away. Stop judging me. Leave me alone. You're drinking. And before that, we were drinking together. Of course, they called me nuts. I called them drunks and junkies, even though before that we had done it together. Do you see? So not this way, but in a different way, in a better and smarter way, with humor, with fun, with kindness, not necessarily bombarding him how bad a person he is. With love, as an educator, I believe it can definitely be done. This is a mental operation. Maria Sepes and her colleagues called it transmutation. This is done in a smart, humorous, fun, and light-hearted way, not judging the other person's problems, illnesses, or faults. No, because we have been there too. And then, when we are brave, it's the way of the brave, as I have said, the way of the lion. And when we persevere bravely and don't give in, when we refuse to lie just for the sake of making more money, then the market changes. The environment changes, and the partners and customers change, bringing qualities similar to ours. Obviously, we can have a separate discussion specifically about your market segment if you'd like. But, broadly speaking, this is my example. This is how I did it. There were many times I felt that I should just close the shop. I faced a lot of attacks, a lot of incidents. Now I can see that, by persevering, by gritting our teeth a little, we become examples to those around us, giving them someone to follow. Okay? I know it's difficult, but let's be firm and loving about it, not judgmental. Let's recognize the suffering of those who are still in a constant state of karma.